Ron Mark.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is with great pleasure that New Zealand First rises to congratulate our Sovereign, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, on a significant milestone in the second Elizabethan age. It is particularly satisfying for those of us in the New Zealand First Caucus who are holders of a Queen's Commission. Her Majesty is, of course, the longest ever reigning monarch of New Zealand, let alone the 15 other realms that proudly have her as the head of state. What is more, she is the sixth monarch of New Zealand since 1840, and it is perhaps fitting that she has now overtaken the first, Queen Victoria. While there are some in this House with Republican ideals, and we are proud that New Zealand First is not among them. In our offices, we have posters of Her Majesty, the Queen of New Zealand, which we thank Monarchy New Zealand for. Monarchy is as much about heart as it is about head. It gives us a sense of something much bigger than ourselves, that we have links to Richard the Lionheart, to Henry V, and of course the first Elizabethan age, which is in essence the British component of our New Zealand whakapapa, and which gives us a greater sense of history. Her reign was spectacularly kicked off by the conquering of Everest by Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing, a person who many of the Republicanists throughout New Zealand have always identified as being the only other person who they would imagine as being the head of state, should the Queen not be. Our Queen has served her countries with honour and distinction. She has pledged so many years ago that whether her life be long or short, she was committed to the service of her people. Thankfully, it has proved to be a long and full life that began before the jet age, saw in the space age, and in this second Elizabethan age, we have seen the advent of computing, the internet, and the nuclear age. It has been a reign of radical transformation. Above all, her reign has seen 16 New Zealand Prime Ministers serve, from Sydney Holland to our current Prime Minister, and she will no doubt see the swearing in of the 17th in 2017. This is perhaps the greatest thing about constitutional monarchy, in that politicians and prime ministers come and go, but our monarch and monarchy are enduring. She offers us all lessons in commitment, of stickability, of service, and of dignity. We are proud to honour our Queen today, and as a party we proudly say, in defiance of those who would seek to remove the Union Jack from our flag as a first step to republicanism, God save the Queen.
Mr. Speaker, the Honourable